12.5 Circles in a coordinate plane. If you're confused, a circle is a shape with no edges. A coordinate plane is an X and Y graph. First things first, I would write down this information right here. For every circle in a coordinate plane, you have a center that's represented by an H and a K. For the actual equation that is written out, it's always going to be x minus the number for the h, and y minus the number for the k. That's always going to be equal to your radius squared. So r is always your radius. Why does it work? Because if you use the distance formula and sub things in, you would get the standard form to be this. And we will be using the distance formula, so if you don't have it memorized, I would also write this down right here. Both. Now, the very easiest problems that I will ever give you for this would be if I give you the center and the radius. And you just have to write in standard form. Standard form is always going to be your x minus h. In this case, my h is going to be 5 because that is what the x is equal to. Squared plus, and then my y minus my y value for my center. Now, since it's negative, this is actually going to change to plus. So y plus 2 squared is going to be equal to whatever my radius is squared, which is 49. So that would be my answer. So right now I want you to pause the video and write the standard equation for the other two problems here. First answer should be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 36. And second one should be x plus 2 squared plus x or y plus 1 squared equal to 2, because when you take the square root of 2 and square it, these two cancel each other out, so I'm just left with 2. I'd write down these steps for this next problem and also write down the actual problem. Write down what this says. So it says, write in standard form if I know that the center is this, and it goes through a point. So the first thing you want to do is use the distance formula between those two to find the radius. Because if you know the center and a point on the circle, you can figure out what the radius is. Again, d is equal to my x minus x squared plus my y minus y squared. Again, this was like my x1, y1, and this was like my x2, y2. And if you didn't know that formula, you should have written down from the first slide I had. And you would solve this. And if I solved it, I would get r is equal to the square root of 26. And then right into standard form, just like the previous slide. Since I already have my center, that's what I use. So it's going to be x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared. Again, because it's a negative 3, that's why it's a positive in my equation. It's equal to 26, because if I would to square my radius, those two cancel each other out. Right now I want you to attempt the same type of problem by yourself. So I should see this on your notes. And your answer should have been x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 29, because your radius would have become square root of 29, and you'd have to square that, and that's why it becomes just 29. Again, make sure you have formulas written down. I will not be giving them to you, and you have examples for each type of problem. Have a great, grand, wonderful evening.